to a month. You're going to fall out of your chair.
$175.
So grand total for the whole month. Yeah, you just looked at it, didn't you? Grand total for the whole month.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Hi guys and girls. It's been a minute since we did a video. And for those of you who are just now liking and subscribing our channel, because we know you're going to, right? I mean, yeah, come on.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's free, it doesn't cost anything. Who's it? On the Hanks, he says it all the time. It's free, all you have to do is click on it. It doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, I'm Ross. This is Jackie. She also goes by Jax. And we want to, it's been a while since a video, but we've been saving up some data. And that data we've been saving up is what it cost us for the month of July to RV in kind of some high interest areas. We're also going to throw some knowledge in about what we've learned over the last year of RVing and selecting different types of RV parks to save money. But July was a busy month. Where all did we hit in July?
We stayed in Livingston and visited Yellowstone. We went to Cut Bank and visited National Glacier Park, Mini Glacier, and went up to Canada.
Yep.
To
Waterton.
Waterton.
See,
like my shirt.
Waterton. Yep, we did that.
Went to Utah. Went and saw the Golden Spike and the Spiral Jetty out in the Great Salt Lake. It was beautiful.
Yep, we did. Yeah, that was all cool. Now we've made it to Colorado, and we're going to talk about different types of RV parks. And stay tuned to the end. We're going to do a line item budget on how much it cost us to RV for 1 month during the summer up here. So when we decided we were going to do this full-time RV life, we had no idea what we were doing. We watched all of the top channels. We watched Chad and Tara. We watched the Hanks. Love the Hanks.
Wild RV.
Yeah, Wild RV Life. Another Brinkley owner. Love watching them. We researched, and we got Open Roads. We got Good Sam's. We got Harvest Host. We got super excited. Couldn't wait. And then the reality sunk in that we had no idea what we were doing.
Nope.
We thought we were YouTube RV experts, and a lot of people are. But that's why I wanted to make this video. Jackie wanted to make this video and kind of talk about what we've learned in selecting parks and how we've been able to save some money on some maintenance items.
Wanted to share our small experience for a month with you.
Well, it's a year's worth of experience, but we want to narrow it down to what we spent in a month doing our thing. And not just like sitting in an RV park somewhere. I mean, we traveled states and states.
We've done 26 states. 26
states in the year, a little over 17,000 miles. And I lost count of RV stays.
Yeah.
I used to have it in my head how many times, but I've lost track of it completely. So let's get into some of the ways that we save money using RV parks. And we'll talk about the different styles of RV parks that we stayed in. The thing that we started doing when we started out was we found these awesome RV parks.
The resorts.
Like resorts. And we thought, this is the RV life, man. Right. Until reality hits and you're like, we can't afford this. We just spent our whole month's budget on like a week at this amazing place. And we don't have kids. I have a daughter, but she'll be 29 this year. So we don't have small kids that need a pool, and they don't need playgrounds, and they don't need all that. So that was wasted on us. So we stayed at a couple that were, let's go this way. We stayed at a couple, and they were like Ocala North RV Resort. She always says
that was my favorite.
Her favorite one. It's in Ocala, Florida. It's near my dad and my little sister, but it's also $80 a night.
It was beautiful. It had fresh cut yards. They come and pick up your trash as soon as you put it out your front door. There was a nice pool. There was pickleball. There was nice amenities. Just everything you could think of in a resort style they had there. That's why it's one of my favorites. Yeah,
but the downside is it's $1,255 a month if you have one dog. It's $1,305 if you have two dogs. So that's not sustainable for us. Like I said, later in the video, we're going to show you exactly how much we spent in the month of July. And I'm keeping track of future months so we can kind of see what our average is. But So we stayed at that one. There's one we stay at in Argyle where we originally owned a home.
Yep. No, it doesn't have much grass to speak of, but it has a really nice dog park, nice pool, a nice clubhouse where they host different things like bands and
But that's
food trucks.
that's a resort you're going to pay more for.
Yes.
I think it's over $800 a month, but that's our home base. So if you're not moving for that month, that's okay.
Yeah.
So those are the resort style places that we've stayed. Another one is Dinosaur Valley RV Park.
Yeah, that's in Glen Rose, Texas.
Yeah, our friends Mark and Tina own that. But it's geared more towards families. There's 2 swimming pools, there's a BMX track, there's a full Western fort, teepees, chuck wagon cooking. That's all geared towards kids. It's all wasted on us. So next we're gonna talk about mid-grade park. For mid-grades, we've changed sides. Now she's holding the camera. Josh, I don't know how you do this. It's hard to walk and hold a camera. I know you're just doing an RV park.
We're not expert RV nerds yet.
No. So for mid-grade, we found a couple of ways to save some money.
And take some homework.
It does. It takes homework. Like we find out that some of the mid-grades that we've stayed at, there was one that was a city park in Mason City, Iowa.
Beautiful
Margaret
place.
McNider Park. Beautiful
Lots of gardens.
place.
It had full hookups.
You're kind of sardined in there. You're kind of squeezed into that park a little bit, but beautiful gardens, beautiful park. We loved it. That one was great. The other mid-grades that we've stayed at, or what we're calling mid-grades, would be
Sunset RV Park in
Sunset
Montana.
RV Park. Stop, I gotta talk about this. Sunset RV Park, Cut Bank, Montana. One of the things that we found ways to save money is don't stay at the national park. Stay 45 minutes to an hour away. We're on motorcycles anyway. We love to ride to these parks and we love to ride the parks. Cut Bank is amazing location. You can get to Glacier, Mini Glacier. You can get to
Canada.
Canada's like 30 miles away. Beautiful. And that park, he takes such good care of you. They only have water and they only have electric. They have 50 amp.
He comes and pumps your sewer out,
He comes
though.
and pumps your tanks
Very
out
cool.
a couple times a week. He just comes, and I actually just showed him how to do our system, and I never had to get out of the RV. He came by, drained everything, waved, whatever. It was awesome. What was the next mid-grade that we stayed at?
Hot Springs, South Dakota.
Hot Springs, South Dakota. That was another cool location because
Yes.
it was next to Jewel Cave National Park,
Wind Cave National Park, and Badlands National Park.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, that part of Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that was a great location, and it's not right on top, so you're not spending $80 to $120. I think we spent $44 or $45 a night.
And that was full hookups.
Full hookups.
It didn't have crazy amenities like
Nope.
a pool or anything like that, but it
Nope.
was nice to stay there for a couple of days and do the state parks.
It was great.
Or national
Right.
parks.
So now let's move on to military parks. Military parks. This is going to apply to everyone. I am retired. She has her spousal ID.
And not everybody is allowed on military bases.
Right. So we use those to save money. We try to find those in big, better locations. We stayed at Hill Air Force Base in Utah.
Beautiful park.
That was beautiful, and it had close access to Great Salt Lake City, Provo, all those things that you want to see there. We stayed at Joint Base San Antonio's FAM camp, which is out on Canyon Lake.
Yep.
That one was really cool. I mean, it did what you needed.
Canyon Lake, there's a lot of riding opportunities. That's basically why we stayed there. We went up to Enchanted Rock. Fredericksburg for shopping.
Yep, the hill country riding, all that. That's great there.
And then my favorite was Space Force Base, Buckley in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, that one was really nice. It was beautiful. And then you got access to Denver. You got access to the Rocky Mountain National Park. We had
Pikes
access.
Peak.
We went and rode Pikes Peak.
Yep.
Went all the way up to the top, the 14,114 or 15 feet. That was amazing. So we try to utilize those. A lot of those are 35 to 45 bucks. Some of the more expensive ones.
Yep.
In San Diego, Coronado Island, areas like that. I mean, we're not doing that. It's 85 bucks a night. So plus you got to go to across California to get there. Anyway, what's next on the list after military?
State parks.
State parks. All right, state parks.
Yep.
we've stayed, and we're just giving you a small slice of places that we've stayed, and we've been able to save money budgeting that way. Instead of staying at expensive RV resorts or all these other places, the problem that we find in state parks is what?
Size. Our rig size is a tad bit bigger than some of the normal rigs. Ours is 40 feet, plus we add on the truck, I think
it's like 53 feet total or something. And the deal with that is we look at a state park and we go, wow, that's a great deal, 30 a night, full hookups, and it says max foot 30 or max 35. And we know that means they're really jamming you in there.
Yes.
So, and then we got the motorcycles and we got the truck. It doesn't work. But we have found some good ones. Catherine Lake State Park in Arkansas was beautiful.
Very close to Hot Springs National Park.
And it was $20 a night with the military discount. That was great, having that military discount capability in Arkansas.
And our spot was right off the lake.
Yeah, it was nice. And then what was the other one? We're actually, right now, we're at Crawford State Park in Crawford, Colorado. If you can see the beautiful mountains behind us. They also have a lake here. It's really nice. They, not very many amenities. You can go swimming in the lake, and they do have a playground here by the bathrooms.
And you can bring your boat and your kayak and all that.
Yeah.
It's all available.
And I think it came out to 39 bucks a night. So that's what I'm saying. And our RV fit. So that's what I'm saying. You can save money doing these things. All right, what's next on the list?
Indiana Dunes.
Oh, Indiana Dunes, or Indian Dunes.
Indian Dunes
in Indiana. That was a nice one too. There's a state side of it and a national side of it. But once again, you're saving money because it's a very popular area. And you know, the other thing we look for is hookups. A bare minimum power.
Yes.
Because it gets super hot. And we've been chasing 70 degrees the whole year. We've been chasing it.
This year is like record-breaking summer heat everywhere, even in Montana.
Yeah, not working out for us. All right, so I think we're on to Harvest Host.
Yeah.
We were just mentioning the heat, and then we've been chasing 70 degrees, and our camera shut off because we're walking out in the sun like a bunch of idiots.
Time to catch some shade.
Time to catch some shade at this beautiful park bench that we stole from someone else's site. There's no one here. Harvest Host. We've had some luck, and also beware of something that I didn't realize was going to happen. When we first got Harvest Host, stop laughing at me.
Yeah, the first one.
When we first got Harvest Host, it was like, I don't know, 95 bucks. We're like, wow, this is such a deal. The other day I got an email notification. Your Harvest Host subscription has reapplied. Thank you for your $169. I was like, what? That's like how many RV stays? I mean, I hope it pays for itself. We're going to have to make it. Anyway, Harvest Host. We've stayed at
our first one.
What was your favorite one? Tell me.
Oh, for real?
I'm being
for real.
Yeah.
For real?
No, not for real.
Our first one was in Flagstaff, Arizona, advertised as a chicken farm.
Yep.
Well, it was more like a pig farm.
It was a pig farm. They do have chickens, and we did buy eggs, and they were very sweet couple.
Very nice.
Little kids, and they're doing their own farm, and I was amazed by it.
Yes.
But
they're doing it all on their own, and we decided to air out the RV.
At night, we're like, oh, it's nice outside. We're in Flagstaff. Let's open the windows. Couldn't. Pig farm, wind direction. So anyway, you're hit and miss with Harvest Host. Yeah, you pay for it, and you get to stay there basically for free. I bought $20 worth of eggs.
And then sometimes they provide power.
Yeah, they provided 50 amp power.
Sometimes they provide water. Sometimes they provide sewer. And sometimes they provide nothing at all. Just a gravel patch.
We've stayed at some Walmarts. Those aren't Harvest Hosts, but it's great for a one-night stay when you're really looking and you don't want to spend the money. And
they're free.
Well, except the last one we spent $213 on groceries, but we were in to make a grocery run anyway. So, what other Harvest Hosts?
The horse ranch in North Carolina. That was beautiful.
That was amazing, and they had full hookups. But it was a Harvest Host. So that was beautiful. I can put a link for it down there if anybody wants to know. Just throw it in the comments.
I believe we bought some beef from
We did.
there.
We bought beef as a cattle farm and a horse farm. But if you want to know about that place in North Carolina, drop it in the comments and I'll give you the link. The ghost town in Cisco, Utah. I thought it was cool. She's like, man, whatever. They filmed Thelma and Louise there. They filmed Vanishing Point. Some other cool places. They had a lot of interesting junk to see laying around. It was kind of cool.
Basically, it was an abandoned ghost town. It used to be hopping and popping back in the day. I'm not sure how long ago that used to be.
In the 70s, I think, 1970.
But it is very desolate.
Yeah.
And the Buzzard Belly Inn.
No, Buzzard Belly General Store.
That's the only store.
That's who runs the Harvest Host, and they're on a road. But anyway,
Yes.
we're getting on a rabbit trail about this place.
That's Harvest Host. They had
Yeah.
no amenities other than a gravel patch.
Yep, gravel patch. All right, what are we on to next?
The bad
Oh, the
ones.
bad ones. The bad. No, I wouldn't say necessarily bad, but you know,
They could be better if they would just put a little effort into it.
but this is where you fall into the trap of, hey, this is only 56 minutes from
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, and it's only like $39 a night. So you look at it, you do your due diligence, you look at Google Earth.
Google Earth only shows you
Google
so much.
Earth only shows you. For us, we look for trees, we look for big objects, we look for how close, if they're buddy parked, or if you get your own space. This one was in Livingston, and it was cheap, and we found out why. The weeds were overgrown. The bathroom showers are from the very beginning of this video. Yeah, it was really bad. But we saved money. We stayed there for 3 or 4 days. I got to see my cousins. We got to see Yellowstone. So it's like, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to step out into weeds that are knee-high? Or do you want to pay a little bit more? But the other thing was, we didn't pre-plan any of this. So
No.
anything that we booked was spur of the moment, maybe 5 to 7 days out, maybe. So there's always that too. Oakley, Kansas.
Oakley, Kansas. We stayed in the parking lot of a hotel, and it was swampy.
It was flooded.
It was flooded.
And I went in and I put on my first sergeant hat, and I was like, all right, I don't know what y'all are doing out there, but I'm not parking in that spot. And the kid behind the desk is like, well, you can just move over a couple, it's no big deal. Whoever shows up will get your spot. And I was like, well, I hate to do that to somebody, but... And then I don't think anybody showed up.
No, I don't think so. But
And-
in that parking lot too, they had an island where there was 4 hookups, and there was 4 RVs on each side of, well,
They were...
2 on each side of this island.
Here's a picture. I'll just
Yeah.
show you a picture of how close the Winnebago was behind us. I mean, I had to get out, and he had to open his window, and I had to guide him up so that our connections would work. So that's another example of us trying to save a buck, but it turned out to be a cool spot. We
Yeah.
got to go see some cool things.
It was one of those one night stay only
Yeah,
things.
one night stay. So, but we saved some money. I mean, would we have been better off in a parking lot somewhere? I don't know. I did read a review after that said it was so bad a guy drove down to like a gas station, the Love's parking
Oh yeah,
lot.
because it was next to a slaughterhouse. We're downwind from a
Totally
cow
forgot about that.
slaughterhouse. It was awful.
Yeah, so
It had full hookups, but there was a few downfalls.
like you were gonna say earlier, it's trial and error. You
Yeah.
figure it out. You try and look. Now we know what to avoid.
You try to do your homework.
You guys pick and choose if you want to stay in a hotel parking lot that's a hotel and RV park, because usually it's
No.
just some water connection or something.
And we haven't tried them all. This is just our first one.
Our first year, yeah, this is our first year doing this, but we wanted to share it with you guys. And I think, is that it for our RV park? The different levels of RV parks?
Yep.
I
We
think
did
that's it.
resorts, we did mids, we did military, we did state, and then we did bad.
So I want to talk about how we've kind of cut some corners and been able to save a little bit of money. So let's talk about that right now. Saving money. That's one of the things that we've been trying to do. One of the big things we did is we installed, we took the front fascia or the top fascia off of our AC units, and I put a grill, a black mesh grill, which is really just it's a screen door that we cut up, and I made templates and we put them in there. Because those foam filters that came with the Brinkley are super expensive and they don't last very long.
And they're like rinse, dry, repeat kind of a thing, and I just rather throw them away.
Yeah, and right here I'll show you a short video of Jackie making up these filters. What you doing?
Making RV filters for our AC unit.
Oh, this is something that this is like her specialty. We found out that to replace those filters in our RVs, it's like,
They're expensive.
they're very expensive. And and they're foam and they're crap.
Yep.
First time or a couple times you rinse them out. So
We got these at Lowe's. They come in a 2-pack for about $6. And I trace out a template on cardboard that comes straight from our
The grill.
AC unit grill.
What I just showed y'all where we put the mesh.
And this side up. And then I trace them out. And then I cut them out. And we have 3 AC units, so we have 4 of these things, so that'll take care of us pretty much all year. So we won't have to do this again until next year, hopefully. And I put this side up because, as you can see, the arrows, the direction of airflow is that way. So when we put the filter in, make sure this side is up.
That dummy proofs it for Ross. I just read up and I put that up. That's all I do. So this saves us, how much do we pay on these?
We spent, so we got a 2-pack for $6. A 2-pack for $6, and we bought 2 packs, so that was $12 altogether.
$12 filters for a year.
For a year.
Yeah. And sometimes if we're in an environment, we check them.
Yeah, we check them on occasion to make sure that they're not overly dirty. And if they are overly dirty, we'll just throw them away. So the ones that the units come with are reusable. You wash them, you kind of do what you can, but better safe than sorry. Just throw them away.
Thanks for saving us money, hon. I appreciate it. She had one other thing she wanted to add.
So we have experimented with other filter systems like this, and so we got the cheap green ones. They kind of look like Easter grass that you put in an Easter basket.
Home Depot, I think.
And they're at Home Depot. We got these at Lowe's, but the green ones we got, you can get them anywhere. They are not
cut friendly.
They just shred and make a mess. Once you cut into them, they're awful. As you can see, these have like a sheen plastic grid thing. So when you cut it, it stays all together and they don't shred up like those green ones do.
The other thing you have to be careful about is when you're drawing on these.
Oh.
Do not draw.
Do not draw on the table.
On the countertop. You got to be careful.
So
but look, you can see the difference in the dirt in this one.
This is a new
and
one.
That's a clean one. And it's cheap, like $13. You can, change them however much you want to change them. All right, another way you can save money. Thanks for doing those filters, by the way. Another way you can save money, and everybody talks about these on the RV pages, is open roads. July is not the best example of saving money because we got to North Dakota and up into Montana, northern Montana, and northern Idaho. There's no open roads facilities. So she's been using for many, many years Gas Buddy.
Gas Buddy is your friend.
Yep.
Sometimes they're not always up to date, but they're pretty close. It's what you got.
Yep. And if you are military and you are on a military base, use your STAR card. It's usually 5 to 10 cents off per gallon. We filled up before we left Hill in Utah and saved a little money that way. What else? Saving money with groceries. Pre-plan when you know you're going to need groceries when you're going to one of these out-of-the-way small towns like Cut Bank. They had an Albertsons there, but everything was...
It was really expensive, more expensive than Walmart. I know the inflation thing is going on, but it's still cheaper at Walmart.
Yep.
Sorry, Albertsons.
Yeah. Plus, it was in a small town. It's like being in an island. You have to import everything to get there. So pre-plan that, and you can save money doing it that way. She hasn't seen these numbers yet, but we're gonna do the budget for the month. And I was blown away with how much we spent eating out. Now, we did buy a really nice dinner for my cousins in Livingston, but that's some way you can really save money. When you plan your meals and you don't, we have a Blackstone and we do cook burgers and fajitas and all kinds of stuff on it, but we don't always plan it out. And sometimes we're like, I'm just lazy. Let's go eat Mexican food like we did yesterday.
And not all of Mexican food tastes the same like it does in Texas.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep telling him it ain't the same.
So another way you can save money is packing lunch on travel days. We do 300 miles on a travel day. Usually midday, you're wanting to pull in for fuel and it makes you want to go in and get a burger or hot dog or chips or whatever. She makes great sandwiches. She packs up an ice bag. It has cold drinks in it. You can save big money doing it that way too. For the rest of the budget, I think that's what we have left in the video. Our line item budget. Yep. What's the temperature here? It's pretty hot, isn't it?
It's so hot I got sweat dripping down my back.
Oh no. And we're supposed to be 70 degrees.
Yeah, it hasn't been that great of a summer to be chasing 70 degrees even in the northern states.
It's 90 degrees. It's not too bad. I mean, our friends in Texas will watch this and go, oh, you guys are wimps. They've been gone too long. So we're going to do the rest of line items. We're going to go inside the RV and do that for you in the AC. We'll see you in just a second. It's been a while. So here we are inside. I got myself a big old glass of tea.
Texas root beer.
Texas root beer. So we wanted to, talk about the detail, how much it costs us to RV. So she hasn't seen all these.
In the month of July.
In the month of July, yeah. She hasn't seen all these numbers yet. So food, dinners, lunches, and snacks that we bought while we were at truck stops or lunches or whatever. What do you think that is?
We eat a lot. 500.
Yep, $566.50. That's just in the month of July eating meals at a restaurant or fast food or at the truck stop.
Some of those restaurants I wish we could take back.
Yeah, a few of them. Mexican food restaurants. Motorcycle fuel. So we have an added expense that we fuel our motorcycles for our rides. So what do you think that is? We're playing guess the answer. You guys, what do you think?
$250.
Nope, $182.96. Yeah. If you shoot really high, it's going to look like we're saving money. No, don't play that. Try to get it as close as you think you can.
That was close.
This is our version of The Price is Right. You're not winning the free Chevy Spark or whatever.
So I gotta guess under, not over?
Yeah.
$1.
I'm going to save a couple of these for the end because they're tremendous. DEF. When we got fuel, how much do you think we spent for the month of July getting DEF? The diesel exhaust fluid that all new trucks require.
$250.
What for DEF fuel?
I don't know.
$25.10.
Yes. So DEF is like almost the same price as diesel. You just
Well, it's like $14 a gallon. Something like that. No, I'm sorry, $4 a gallon.
I was fixing to say 14.
Yeah, it's like $4 a gallon. So our truck does pretty good. Yeah. Souvenirs. This is a big one for us because we like t-shirts. I like hats. This one was free, by the way. Good Life RV, shout out. Souvenirs. What do you think?
$150.
$213.30 in souvenirs.
No more hats.
I like my hats though.
You can't wear
no more t-shirts. You can't wear every t-shirt all day. Okay.
I can wear it all day long.
RV insurance. You got to have RV insurance.
I know it's a big one. Probably.
I'm just going to give you this one.
Okay.
$250.
Okay.
That's a month, full coverage.
That's not bad.
No, it's not too bad, I guess. I mean, it's all insurance is a scam anyway.
It's our home.
Maintenance items. Items that we needed for maintenance, like I had to rebuild that little thing on the, example of like fixing little things on the RV that you're going to have to fix, or buying double-sided sticky tape or whatever we use.
Like the AC filters?
Yeah, AC filters counts in that too. What do you think that was for the month?
$100?
$118.52. That's in maintenance items.
That's not bad. No. Knowing that the AC filters that you get at Walmart for these AC units run about $14 each.
Yeah, and we were just recently there, and I took some footage of.
And I made 12 filters for $6. $12.
$12.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what was it, $1 filter? That's pretty good.
Pretty much.
Yeah. How much do you think we spent on propane for the whole month of July?
Well, I know we use a ton in the winter, but hardly any in the summer. I'm going to say $6 in propane.
Well, we've actually spent to refill our tanks $0.
Okay.
They were full like the end of last month, and we still have 100% on one, and we were at like 50% on the other. And then because of last winter, I have the spare in the bed of the truck, so we're set. So $0 spent on propane. And ours...
It lasts forever in the summer.
Yes, and our water heater is on-demand propane, so it burns it.
Yes.
It burns it all the time.
Tankless.
And every meal I cook outside on the Blackstone, bacon, sauce, all that stuff. We should save that one. Truck insurance. This full coverage on a 2020 Ram dually.
300.
Exactly right. $301, and that's through USAA. And then we have your Honda, but it is on it's in storage mode, so they're really charging us nothing. Kind of a maintenance for that. Motorcycle insurance. You even know?
$100.
$55.26 a month. Full coverage for 2 motorcycles. One's a 2022, one's a 2016. So that's full. We keep full coverage even though we don't really owe anything because
Which comes in handy.
it does come in handy. Should I show a picture right here of how handy it comes in? Here you go. December of last year.
It paid for another bike.
Yeah, bought her another bike. Entertainment. So that, when I include entertainment, I include...
Netflix.
Nope. Those
No?
are subscriptions.
Oh.
For entertainment, I include whenever we're sitting here about to eat dinner and you go, what? You bought that movie? And I'm like, it's a new movie.
Oh, okay.
It just came out. It was $20 or whatever.
Well,
what do you
knowing that
think?
they're like $20 a piece, I'm gonna say about $100.
$82.61. So we saved a little more. So we got room for another $20 movie. All right. On to subscriptions.
This is Netflix. This is Paramount. This is Peacock. This is
Starlink.
This is all those little apps you have on
Paramount
your
Plus,
TV.
Max, Prime, all that stuff. What do you think that comes out to a month? You're going to fall out of your chair.
$175.
$457.83 in subscriptions.
That's embarrassing.
Now, 150 of that is Starlink.
Okay.
The rest is all...
That's still a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But
Yikes.
we don't really want for much when it comes to television.
No.
Hey, what's that on? Peacock? Oh, we got that. What's that on? Netflix? Oh, we got that. But keep in mind, that is a huge expense when... Yeah, a monthly expense.
We should start sharing to make them pay us.
Yeah, right. Right. All right. How much do you think we spent on dog washes for the month?
Probably $20.
$9.99
Okay.
at Tractor Supply. All right, so on to the big ones. I'm going to hit, this is the third largest charge, groceries. So that includes Walmart.
Third largest. Okay. Oh.
That includes Walmart. That includes going to Albertsons, even though we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
It also included that, like we bought steaks from those people, in Cut Bank, that nice farm fed or grass fed. What do you think?
$550.
Woo! Nope. $868.13 in groceries. Now, I will say that some of those groceries also include things like, your hair's a beautiful color, honey. Your hair's so pretty. Yeah, it's beautiful. It includes hair color. It includes makeup. I've included anything that we bought at Walmart, basically. Yeah. Except for some of the maintenance items that I took out of the receipt and put it in the maintenance category. So that's not just all food. And that, that includes sodas and Monsters and milk and all that stuff. So it adds up.
We eat it and we use it.
We do.
And
we tend to use it till our fridge is almost completely empty.
Yes.
And she keeps a deal on the fridge that says what we have in the freezer: chicken, hamburgers, steaks, whatever's in there, so we know. So we don't double buy when we go to Walmart.
Right.
We're like, oh, we need that.
There's not hamburger meat in there that's 4 months old.
Nope.
No. And there's not chicken in there that's 6 months old. It's all fresh, rotated through.
So what do you think costs more, RV stays or diesel fuel?
Diesel fuel.
Okay, so you're right.
Because we get a lot of diesel.
You're absolutely right. So what do you think we spent on diesel for the month of July alone? We did a lot of driving, but what do you think we spent? And there was no... I do have a little bit of savings that we saved.
We'll mention that after, I guess.
Yeah.
$1,000.
You're pretty close. $1,130.94 in diesel fuel.
We should start doing the mileage on that. Like, how many miles did we do?
For that? To see. Well, we average about... Well, when we're not hooked to the truck, we're at like 15 to 16, as high as 18 miles per gallon doing our driving around.
Yeah.
But when we're hooked to the truck and we're pulling hills in Utah and Colorado and all that, we're at, the lowest I've seen is like 7. 7 miles per gallon. But
Yeah.
usually we average between 8.5, 9.5, somewhere in there.
Get it. And not all those were open roads.
Nope, that was a lot. We've done one fill up in August already. We saved $30 on it through open roads. So that would have been $30 added to this list that we don't have now. RV stays. This is our second. I can't believe that out of everything that we do, our largest expense is diesel fuel. I tell people that all the time.
It's expensive.
Our second largest is RV stays, and our third largest is groceries. So what do you think our RV stays? You know it's between
900.
You know it's between $868 and $1130.
900.
Close. $1,058.
Wow.
And that includes
2 free Walmart stays.
That's 2 Walmart stays and 2 Harvest Host stays.
And 2 Harvest.
1 Harvest Host stay. I'd have
One.
to look back at my
I think
list.
it's 1 Harvest.
1 Harvest Host stay.
3 nights
So
free.
grand total for our month of July, including everything that I just listed off, and that's food, moto fuel, diesel. Oh, we did save $10.63 with open roads in July. Because there's no open roads up there.
Oh, yeah. There's no in
So we only
Montana.
saved $10. I took that out of the total. That includes everything. RV stays, souvenirs, insurance, maintenance items, laundry, propane. Oh, I didn't hit laundry, did I?
No.
How much did we pay on laundry? You just looked at it.
I did.
$61 in laundry. That's for a full month. So some people say, why don't you have washer and dryer in your RV?
Because we can do 5 loads in an hour.
Yeah, and be
How
done.
long does it take you to do 5 loads in your RV?
Yeah.
All day?
All day, 2 days, multiple days. So yeah, I hit that one. So grand total for the whole month. Yeah, you just looked at it, didn't you? Grand total for the whole month of RVing full time for us was $5,392.51.
Yikes.
Almost $5,400 to RV full time. What do you think about that?
I would say not bad.
No, not really.
We don't mow a yard.
Nope.
We don't tend to a garden.
Nope.
We don't have HOA fees.
Nope. When you consider that our mortgage before we sold our house was $2,400,
a month.
that's half of our, well, a little less than half of what we just spent.
Yeah.
So, and then you know, that doesn't, I mean, I guess it all kind of evens out.
Yeah, it's a wash.
It's kind of a wash. So, I understand not everybody can be retired and support this lifestyle at $5,400 a month. We're blessed that we can. But one thing that it's taught me is I'm going to start keeping track of this every month, and I'm going to see where we can cut corners.
Souvenirs.
Canada t-shirts.
Hats.
This was free.
We get a hat almost everywhere we go.
I love hats. I love baseball hats. When you're bald, you got to have a baseball hat. It covers up your grate. So, that's it. $5,400. If you made it this far, you know what we're spending.
Yeah.
We're going to keep track.
We forgot to mention, we use a lot of Google Maps to find some of our RV spots,
Yes.
too.
Yeah, totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
We meant to say that earlier.
Sometimes All Stays and Good Sam's don't list everything. When you zoom all the way into those Google Maps, it really
perfect example
pops up.
is I was trying to find somewhere halfway between Amarillo, Texas, and Argyle, where we're headed next month, Argyle, Texas, and I couldn't find anything. And so she goes to Google Maps, bam, boom, Rockin' A RV Park, you know, like 40-something bucks in Vernon, Texas. It wasn't on All Stays, it wasn't on Good Sam's, it wasn't anywhere. So use that as well. Don't just say, well, this is the definitive answer for everything RVs, All Stays. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up.
let us know what we could do differently and what you liked and maybe what we can improve on.
And let us know if you're willing to give us your passwords for Netflix, for Paramount Plus, any way you can help us out. Click like and subscribe, so that'll help us maybe pay for some of our subscriptions that we have. But I would not trade Starlink. If you said you got to give up something, I would not give up Starlink.
No.
It is the greatest thing since sliced bread. So anyway, thanks for joining, and I hope you made it to the end of the video. And we love you guys, love sharing all this with you. And be looking out. We're going to do a 1-year review of how the Brinkley has done for a solid year, full-time dragging this beast around the country. So be looking for that. Till next time.
See y'all later.
See you later.